And here we are, in the pre-stream. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the pre-stream. We're running a little bit late tonight, as TJ's phone goes off. Well, this is the section of the night where, I don't know, I just chat rubbish, really. I might have to open my window a little bit more, though, because damn it, warm in here. Yeah, it's annoying. So I didn't dress for it. Oh. Ray Lyax is he's going to get a punt if he keeps doing that. Of course, viewers at home won't be able to see that, but we're sitting here in the lobby and he's just readying up, not readying up. Ali Ferrari's not picked his car yet, so we're going well. We're only 3 minutes late at the moment, so don't worry about that. Well, hey. There's Up the Zilla in the chat telling him to pick his bloody car. And looks like the countdown is underway. Just going to take a quick swig before we start proper. Lovely jubbly. Well, I'm ready to go. You ready to go, Tej? Let's just whip it out, shall we? Whoa. There we go. The button didn't click. There you go. Hey, here we are. Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everything in between, to Fair Play Racing League. Here tonight, we are looking forward to the Tier 1 race here at Baku. It is round 6. And I am your host, as usual, David Lolface, joined by a familiar but different voice on comms tonight. It's the one and only
DJM or Tijum.
Tijum. Well, welcome to the Thursday. Ooh.
Oh,
Well, we'll catch up with that in a second. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're starting off in Q1 with what looks like interweather. Yeah. So intermediate weather. Judging by the fact no one's gone out yet, I can't help but feel like... Oh, no, someone is going up, so I'll shut up. Smeggy is the first... Oh, he's in a Williams.
Oh dear, Smaggy. Yeah, I think he knows what he's done there. Unfortunately, for viewers that might know, Smeggy does have a volley ban. And
That was
I'm
an
not
interesting
entirely
way to serve it. Although he has sort of guaranteed he'll start at the back of the grid.
I mean, his car is stuck on the grid currently, which is a bit interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll despawn eventually. That is, Well, what an exciting way to start off the stream. I'm not going to endorse it, but I'll tell you what, it's kind of clever. We it sort of eliminates the issue that you could retire straight away and end up, or you could go out do an outlap and then come straight back in and still not start last. if you're a little bit superstitious over whether or not your setup's there or not. Needless to say, we've got a few cars come out on track now. The first man is Awesome Car. So, TJ, it's your first Thursday stream in a while, I think. Very
Yeah,
glad to have
first
you
one
here.
this season.
Yeah. So, usually you're on a Wednesday night commentating my race with Biddle. Last night we had a change of heads. We had Gary and Ads filling in. I think they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they did. They did a smashing job. Oh,
Have we got an incident?
HSR Chris has just lost his front wing.
Oh dear. Oh yeah. Oh, he's done that. Yeah, probably the right-hander.
That's the one.
Left-hander. Oh god. Well, Wilson Carr's started his lap. So we'll follow him for the moment, see if he can keep it out of the walls. Yeah, very tricky, especially in the wet around here. Very easy to stick it in a wall, even just get minor wing damage. Very easy to miss your braking point as well. Wouldn't you agree? Oh dear.
I don't know what you're on about.
And if you don't know what we're on about, I think you should watch the replay of last night's race. Still up on our Twitch, and of course it will be going up to our YouTube channel soon enough. Just seeing an Awesome Car take that right-hander before the castle section. It looked like he was really cutting it fine with track limits there. I didn't actually realise you could take that much curb.
No, I didn't either. So I'm taking that to that one for my race tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say it's all right. It's all right for you. You've got your race isn't done yet. So what's your thoughts of Baku? It's one of the newer circuits to F1. It is a street track, but of course a bit of a street track like no other on the calendar. What's your thoughts on the circuit here in Azerbaijan?
I do find it a fun track to drive, even though it does frustrate me. It's very technical. You can't really drop your concentration. Obviously, there isn't many overtaking points other than a massive straight on the start finish. But it can be a fun track, but it is frustrating at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw briefly there. One of the harsh drivers seems to have missed his braking point coming out of the pits. That was HSR Christie. Went straight on. Stayed out of the way of this man here, Awesome Car, he's probably doing another lap. Meanwhile, next to cross the line is Phenom. That's quite good. Three men over the line so far. All within half a second. It's not bad going.
Yeah, it's interesting at the moment. I'm just flicking through a couple of drivers, and I'm going to take a gamble saying that they're using a bit of a drier setup. There's drivers missing braking points at turn 2, and they're going straight on down the skate road. So it's I think we've potentially got a dry race here.
Yeah. It's. I'm sure the drivers will be hoping for it anyway. I also find it very easy when you're coming out of the pits to miss your braking zone for turn 2. Ooh, as Dino gets a bit of a tank slapper. Dino, of course, dropped out from his full-time seat earlier in the season. This time he's in a new colour of car, and I think he's here to stay this time. An orange McLaren.
I think that's been given to him as reserve. I don't think he's
No?
officially the new
Oh,
McLaren
well, never
driver at
mind.
this point.
Screw Dino.
Yeah, I do think there's a couple of reserves ahead of him. So he is just representing his reserve today. So, but it's always nice to have a new face in a McLaren up the Orange Army.
Yeah, that Nocco has gone
Oh, I
faster.
think
Looks like Glads has had a boo boo.
yeah, he's dropped it in the castle section.
Easy to do. On that note, let's have a little chat about
Oh,
what
I'm
have
just flicking through the drivers. I've just seen Dean drop. Who's he just smacked into that?
Ray
There's a
Lyax.
oh, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for Ray Likes, that is.
Or Dino's going to have to do a 20-point turn.
Yeah, he also got a bit trigger. It felt happy, sorry, and yeah, just dropped it, and then Alex didn't see him there and went into him.
Is ghosting on? Sure ghosting's meant to be on.
I did check. I'm sure it's on. Uh,
Not doing its job. What a
yeah,
surprise.
ghosting's on. So yes, it's not doing its job.
What a surprise. So often we are shocked by this game because, as you all know, this game is indeed perfect and has no bugs. Oh, has Chris lost his front wing again? He has indeed. Yeah, a lot of drivers getting caught out by the conditions, it seems. And at the moment, we've got how many minutes to go? You'll never know because of the perpetual yellow flags. We do have just under 9 minutes left. As Nocco goes even faster, he's set a 52 flat. That puts him.
Oh, I think Ali Ferrari's out. I think he's dropped it.
Ali's dropped it. Yes, it looks like he has. Yeah, looks like he's dropped it at whatever turn that is. I haven't got the track map up because I'm an amateur. Yeah, very tricky corner, that one. You've got to really spot your braking point.
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that because, like I mentioned, that Baku's a bit of a hard track to overtake on as he says anyway. I mean, he is leading the championship by I think 27 points or 28 points, so he won't lose it today, but it's obviously a massive dent in his championship lead.
Yeah, absolutely. That's of course, anything can happen during the race. Of course, it's not the end of his day, but it's not a good start for certain.
No.
So who is looking good at the moment?
I'm expecting to see more drivers out on track. You know, I think it's with my experience on intermediates previously that you sort of set yourself to a high fuel load and you go around for 3-4 laps, and as the fuel comes off, you get quicker type of thing. But it looks like the drivers have set just a banker lap and gone straight back in.
Yeah, that's interesting. I agree. That's my usual strategy for the intermediate running. Perhaps it's a snippet of what might be to come. Rain might be getting lighter. It does a little bit look like it could be lightening up. It'd be a gamble to say that we can expect dry running by the end of the session, but Tornado goes P2 on 52.7. Moko comes in. Yeah, I was quite surprised with not seeing more cars just do 3 or 4, maybe even 5 laps in a row.
Yeah, it's as you mentioned, maybe it's to tell what's coming, but yeah, I'd be shocked if it was going to dry up as quick as it might do.
Yeah, we just
Maybe
got
the drive. Oh,
go
go
for
on,
it.
sorry. As I was just going to say, maybe the drivers want to get a bit of a bank lap on there, then come back in and fuel up and go back out again. Maybe they're scared that they don't want to drop it so early in the session.
Yeah, very true. Perhaps everyone wants everyone else to clear some of that standing water, dry out the track a bit. Of course, if everyone does that, then well, the track never dries out. Hirsch has been the first driver into the 151s then. I mean, I don't know. I assume it's a good lap. Ooh, as he grazes the wall coming
Oh,
into the
Dean's
castle
stuck in the
section.
castle section.
Ooh,
I
Ray.
mean, I don't.
Is that Ray Lyax again? He's got.
I mean, I don't understand why ghosting's not working.
He's absolutely crazy. Yeah, Dino not having a good time of it. He's currently got a 10-place grid penalty for hitting Ray Lyax twice.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is Dino. I mean, I'm just going to double check settings again, and ghosting's definitely on. So maybe it's not ghosting because he is trying to turn himself around. But I mean, it happens to this game, doesn't it? So
Yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
oh.
Oh, we caught that one. Oh, Dino the eager beaver.
It's I mean, as long as people set a lap now, they're officially through.
Yeah, very true. There's still, well, there's 5 whole drivers yet to set a lap. We got Yorkie. Will be the next one to cross the line that has not set a lap yet. He's got Monkey Boy in front of him. Oh, he's well out of the way. So, Yorkie across the line then. Puts in a 154.7. It's not setting the world alight, but that's all he needed. Just
We've got
one lap.
Mr. Drive coming over the line now, and he's set up sector 2. I mean, obviously the graphics do lie, and well, obviously he's going through to Q2, so.
Yeah. So, interestingly, his teammate opted not to stay out, regardless of the fact he didn't have a front wing. All he needs to do is set a time, and he's got himself in real trouble now.
Yeah,
He's got
yeah.
not much time to get out. Meanwhile, Brookie comes to the line. He goes P4. So, Klutschak, another one, not set a time yet.
Yeah, it's I think a lot of the drivers have struggled. I don't think they've been caught up by the rain and perhaps they're expecting the dry race done the practice and dry really. But yeah, there's a lot of drivers that are either shooting corners or they're sliding in and out of corners, and they just aren't. You just haven't got the throttle control like you'd normally expect them to have if it's intermediate weather.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a safe bet to say a lot of the drivers do a lot more practice in the dry than they do the wet, if they do any wet practice at all. But in Tier 1, you sort of expect people to be able to handle the conditions probably better than they have done. It might be a little bit unfair, but
No, I do give you that. You know, they're obviously the T1 guys are the most talented drivers in the league, and yeah, I would have expected a bit of rain wouldn't phase them too much.
yeah, it hasn't phased AMS Drive as he becomes the second man to get into the 151s. He goes fastest with a 151.666. Well, I'm not going to say he's been doing something dodgy, but let's put it this way. Ali Ferrari's crashed out in Q1 and he set a time that ends at 666. I reckon he's been doing some rituals, you know.
Yeah, doing some sacrifice stuff before starting the race and all
that. Yeah. Speaking of sacrifices before the race, it's AMS Drive's teammate who hasn't got enough time. He has not set a lap, and he's currently on his out lap and currently hit a wall. He's got 13 seconds, and
no, we don't condone the corner cutting, lad. Come on.
I mean, he's never going to get it anyway, but still,
no.
If any justice is being served in the world, I was going to say he would have binned it there, but clearly he did not.
So that's a bit of a disaster from HSR Christie there. I mean, I do follow T1 obviously, and I know he has a quick drive, but to go out in Q1 and start back of the grid, that's a disaster for the Haas driver.
Especially when all he needed to do was set a valid lap.
Yeah.
Oh dear, he didn't even when he last came in for his last run. He hadn't even invalidated. He could have just trickled it over the line and like crawled his way round the lap. Never mind. Well, okay. Looks like there could be an improvement from Phenom. He's currently P6, although he has backed out, it looks like. So I think that will be the final order for Q1.
Yeah, obviously some big names got to Q1 already with the likes of Ali Ferrari and HSR Christie. Obviously Dino, you'd expect him to get through to Q2, and obviously Smeggy and Shotston to have a quality ban. You'd expect them to get through to Q2 as well.
Despite Smeggy's best efforts to make sure he comes last, HSR Christie will be starting P20. Shots, who also serves a quali ban, is starting P16. Work that one out.
Yeah.
What is this game?
I mean, the guidance to leave the pets, as you mentioned, and yeah, the way the game works is untrue. It's definitely unique.
Absolutely crazy. Well, we're at the end of Q1. I just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. See a couple of you guys about. We got TS9 and Gary in the chat. Also got Ali, who put a big F. Presumably that was when he crashed out. So, yeah, F's in chat for the Ali. But losing out in Q1 with 5 of the 6 drivers with no time. We're losing on HSR Christie, Smeggy 15, Ali Ferrari 5, the championship leader, Dino P17, Shots in P16, and the man who would have been safely through but binned it is TTV Glads. Oh. Not enough said about that. Sets his lap. I'm not sure whether he was going for another run or not. But yeah, he's binned it and will take no further part. We can just have a look. Nope, we can't see it. I was just trying to look for confirmation. We'll have a look in here. Confirmation that Dino does indeed have 2 grid penalty or warnings. while we wait for the game to sort itself out.
Yeah, I mean, given how well the bottom six that have gone out already, it's going to be a good start to the race, and hopefully there'll be some little on track battles. There obviously isn't many places to overtake it around Baku, but some of the big names back there. There's definitely going to be some action, you'd imagine.
Yeah, we love a little bit of action here in Tier 1, although some people love it a bit too much. Let's just pray for no side-by-side action in the castle section. Big hello in the chat to Mr. Church Fan. Apparently big fan of Awesome Car. And a big hello also to one of our drivers, Object Fungus. Woohoo. Well, I suspect we're not going to see anyone out. Judging by where we were and where we are at the start of Q2, I suspect it will be drying out very, very soon. Well, that just gives us free license then, teach them. Oh, okay. Apparently not. I think drivers want to come out now. They're still coming out on the Inters.
I mean, that was like a sea of cars, wasn't it?
It was. It's like they're bloody listening, isn't it? God. Well, first one out on track. It's not Hirsch, it's Klutschjack. So, the Red Bull and the Red Bull sister team. Oh, no. It's not that. Oh, God. First one out is Yorkie. God, that was horrific. Ugh. TS9 says we need a solid points finish for both Mercedes cars. Need that points. Currently rock bottoms of the combined standings. Yes, they are. Mercedes really having a mare so far. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, that's fair, definitely. Yeah,
Just gonna pull up the standings.
I think they. I'm not sure what Ferrari's doing in the P1 as well, but I know they're having a bit of a mare in the overall constructors as well.
Yeah. I think yes, definitely. Although they're not as bad as Aston Martin. So the current overall standings, this is after round 5 of the championship. Yorkie has binned it in the last corner. Oh Yorkie.
No.
That is a big shunt. Right. So Awesome Car leads the way. And while we're looking at his lap, I'll just read out the total constructors after round 5. That is Mercedes, AMG, Petronas, F1 team in last position. They have 58 points between the lot of them across all 3 tiers. Whew, that's dodgy. In front of them is the Aston Martin team. They are on 89. They trail Ferrari in third from bottom. It's not the worst place, but we could definitely do better, lads. 108. Then next is the AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri ahead by quite a way, 34 points. They're on 142. So next up and 5th place is Williams on 175. 4th place, Red Bull Racing on 190. And it's pretty tight, actually. I think it's worth saying, towards the top. Third place is Haas for whatever reason on 193. Second place Alfa Romeo on 206, and some fraudulent orange team in the lead with 210.
Big up the Orange Army boys. Come on.
Now, we often encourage impartiality. Bullshit. But yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, one of the racers, one of the commentators drives for McLaren. No guesses who?
Don't know. Don't know what you're on about. It could be you, David.
Yeah, it could be me. Oh dear. Well, that's Hirsch into the 51s at the start of Q2. Looks like the track times have dropped a little bit between sessions, although it definitely looks like it has stopped raining.
Yeah, it does. I was going to say that the times don't look particularly quick, but I've noticed as well that the drivers all bunched together.
Yeah,
So maybe that's played a bit of a factor.
It's very interesting observation. One driver that you viewers back at home might not fully recognise, it's this man here in the Alfa Romeo. Brookie Min, formerly Brookie Nanny Messi, and we're probably going to still call him Brookie Nanny Messi. But yeah, Brookie has used his rename token, I suppose. If he does it again this season, the standings team will strip him of his points. I'm sure.
Yeah, he definitely won't. He definitely wants to lose his points because he's doing pretty well in the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, he's had a couple of podiums this year, which has been a big improvement on last season. So Noco's gone 6.
Oh, Hirsch has dropped it.
Oh, Hirsch. Where's Hirsch gone? Oh, let's have a look at objects and see. Yeah, it looks like he's missed his braking point into that corner, and his car's not ghosted.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, obviously the ghosting doesn't work tonight.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
That's another big name that's dropped it in the West. You know, I think it says surprised how many these drivers are dropping it in a little bit of rain.
Yeah, although it's possible at the moment the tyres might be overheating a little bit. It's probably not dry enough for the dry compounds, but it looks to have stopped raining, and as soon as that happens, your tyres will suffer either way. Mr. Church asks us to spectate awesome car. Well, it's going to be a little bit boring at the moment, but yeah, we might follow him around on a lap later on in the session if he does indeed come out for the race. It looks like we've had a little bit of a tip from the pit lane. Lewis in the chat says, at least I have a dry setup for the race. My guess is it's gonna be a dry race.
A wet race. Wet race.
Wet race, yeah. Definitely wet.
Yeah, I think I called that in Q1 as well. That that some of the drivers are missing the brake points and dropping it. It did seem to suggest that they were on a dry setup in the wet. As I've just spoke as well, the DRS is enabled, so I do expect to see the drivers start coming out on a softer compound.
Yeah. Ooh, we're seeing AMS Drive flicking between the softs and the mediums. Of course, if it ends up being a dry session, Object Fungus also doing it, interestingly. Object wants wets. Okay, he's going the other way. The rain clouds are above, ladies and gentlemen. The rain is coming. So, yeah, interesting. If this session ends dry, I believe the drivers will still be starting on their dry tyres that
Yeah, I
they
believe that
set
as
the
well.
time on in the session. Yeah.
So I suppose the question is here, what do the drivers go for? Do they go for the softs? And knowing that the
Just to be
tire wear
safe.
on D
Yeah.
is high, and to be safe, yeah, obviously tire
It's
wear is high, and it's not the ideal compound to start on for the race
no,
start.
but then again,
Um,
when the track is changing, it's a lot harder to keep the temperature in those medium tyres. Um, the softs notoriously much better in the crossover between the wet and the dry, but
yeah,
I suspect a couple of drivers at the very least will at least think it. So the object has still got the wets selected.
he definitely knows something we don't know. I mean,
I
he's
I
obviously going to pull a
think
genius move off.
I think he needs to remember to change that before he comes out. So it looks like we're going to get essentially just a one run. It's a one shot quali effectively.
Yeah, it is, and with how little drivers are leaving, I'm expecting them all come out at the same time again, which will be interesting. Obviously, the drivers will be sitting in the pit lane now, waiting for that track to dry up as much as possible. But obviously, it doesn't dry up without drivers going out as well. So, as Kluchak as our first one to risk it.
Yeah, he's risking it for a chocolate biscuit. He's on the soft compounds. And let's just follow him around the lap. He has the grip going into turn two. And
So
the track.
I don't know if it's my game that's going wrong here, but on the cameras there is still rain dropping. There's only little like dots on it, but there is rain over the camera angle over the cameras.
That's interesting. I haven't got anything on mine, but it's on the cameras. Then I can categorically say I don't have it.
Like I said, I
It's
think it could be my game at this point. Um, but yeah, mine is little drops that keep appearing on the camera.
interesting. Uh, Now, if it's different for me and you, it's undoubtedly could be very different for each driver. As we're seeing a few more drivers make their way out. There's currently 5 drivers opting to go for the soft tyres. It's an interesting gamble. Everyone else picking the mediums, it seems.
Yeah, I think Object Fungus had a bit of a nightmare on the pit lane, and I've just been bothering him, and he slipped out of the pit lane.
Oops.
um, yeah. Luckily, he didn't have any damage, but yeah, he just pretty much he tried turning, just slipped his back end, just went on him, and he had to pull onto the track to let a car behind him through.
Fantastic. Doesn't look like that is affecting this man so far. It's Klutschak out. The first one to set a flying lap in the dry. He doesn't look to be feeling any ill effects from the rain that's just passed. He's looking planted so far, coming through to the end of Sector 1. He has set a 35.8, and that is nearly 9 seconds quicker than, well, his 2:04. So not really a representative time.
Klutch Jack is going to come up on some massive traffic through the castle section if he's not careful.
Well, hopefully everyone moves out of our way, as Object Fungus does.
This next corner where it looks like there's 4 or 5 drivers bunched together.
Oh, they need to move, IMS gets... Oh my god.
Oh, lads.
I think...
Oh, oh.
Ray Lyax has absolutely... I mean, he's going to get the toe, but come on.
Yeah.
He's not going to
He
be
nearly
too
got us the
impressed
way
with
there.
that. Oh, shocking. Klutschak goes fastest with a 141 as he now moves over.
Oh!
Miscalculation there from Klutschak. Oh, getting in Tornado's way. Oh, there's going to be some words said about that.
That's yeah. I haven't even got words for what we've just seen.
Yeah, Snedden's getting flashbacks from Monza 2019. I'll tell you what, coming into that third sector, if you've got Klutschak's point of view, you're thinking to yourself, there's no way I'm getting through this. And actually, to be fair to all the drivers, I think all of them got out of the way, apart from Ray Lyax.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, which is great to see. I know a couple of them had to take like real last minute action and perhaps go off the track, but yeah, it was good to see them all get out of the way.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the checkered flag is down. Brookie has the fastest lap thus far. It's a 140. Klutschak could be in real trouble here. 141. Let's have a look. So we've got Revengezilla coming across the line now. What can he do? It's a P2 for him. Ray Lyax's teammate gets into the 139s. Oh, they're tumbling. They're tumbling. Oh, awesome car. Good lap from him. 139.5. Great stuff. And it looks like he's going to finish on top. And that is, I think you and I are both glad to see, that is Revengezilla into Q3.
Yeah, he'll be over the moon with that. I know he's been struggling this week around here, and yeah, to get through on the mediums, he'll be over the moon.
Yeah. Klutschak does indeed just pull into the pit lane.
I mean, it's the bunch of cars there. So I'm looking at, as the cars go around still. I'm looking at Revengezilla downwards. There was a right nice slipstream for all the drivers at some point, down the back straight. They all will have got a nice little tail off each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And that toe is worth an awful lot of time around here. So that's your confirmation of the Q2 times. We are losing Lewis Yorkie in the Williams. Binned it, didn't set a time. And also last year's champion, Hirsch's 2004 in the Red Bull. He also binned it before the dry running. Klutschak, unfortunate to just be the first man on the track in the dry conditions, misses out in P12. Shows how quickly the lap times can drop. P11 then, narrowly missing out, is Phenom. So we're going to be loading into Q3 then. That's a big hello in the chat to Wolfkid 2022 as we open up to Q3, and it appears to still be dry. TJ, do you have the stream on in the background?
I do, yes.
do you mind muting it?
Oh, sorry, I think that's the marks picking it up.
Or, yeah,
There
turn
we go.
that down. Thank you, Mr. Well, AMS Drive is going to be the first one out. I'm going to take a very quick break. If you want to maybe chat to the viewers, maybe take them around the outlet. Up to you, Jim.
Yep, no worries. So yeah, so the drivers have got the pretty much all the softs available here, so they could put maybe 2-3 runs in. Obviously, MS Drive will be able to put it on pole and try and close that gap to the top. So there's no surprise he's going out first. Try get himself a couple of runs here. Behind him, we've got Vay Lykes, and then behind him we've got Awesome Car. So AMS drives come to the castle section now. Obviously, it's a bit of a tricky section. We've seen a couple of drivers drops here already. Then we come on to the. Once again, if anyone watches Tier 3, they'll know how professional I am and don't know the corner numbers here. So I will just say this corner and that corner. The corner he's coming up to now, it's a tricky place for your braking points. So we're interested to see if I'm seeing more drivers to drop it there. And now it's a case of just putting your foot down, making sure you navigate these last few corners, and then starting your timed lap. Luckily, he hasn't touched any walls there, and away we go.
Yeah. Thank you very much, TJ. Expertly done. I don't know what you're on about. Everyone loves the Tier 3 commentary. They tell me every Thursday, where's that Biddle and that TJ bloke?
I mean, we try to be as professional as we can. We're always professional. Just when it comes to corners, we don't know what the corners are.
Yeah, well, nor do I until I look up the track map. Occasionally, I play the name, or pronounce that corner name, which is certainly, it's quite hard at some tracks. I have to admit, I don't know if Azerbaijan has corner names, but I don't fancy my chance in being able to pronounce them.
No, I'm the same. All I know is that AMS drives gone for the castle section. That's as much as my knowledge about Baku.
Yeah, and that is, well, it's pretty much the same for me. Just doing a quick look. It doesn't seem to have corner names, so I think we might be let off the hook, actually.
Get him. That's what I like to hear.
But I have got corner numbers at the very least. So it's a 20 corner track, interestingly. I mean, whether or not you find that interesting or not, it's don't really care. AMS Drive goes quickest with a 138.6. Ray Lykes behind does a 138.5. He is just over a tenth up, and Awesome Car goes P3 with a 139 dead. The other Ferrari comes through. Revengilla does a 140.1. Not quite good enough at this point, but he will go again. As the time comes in, Nocco goes in third, Bricky fourth, Fungus fifth, Monkey Boy goes P7 and straight on at turn 1. It's a slight improvement from the pit lane Monkey, but although he hasn't had the best crash in the pit lane, I think that now belongs to the one and only Nigel Pickle after last night's efforts.
Yeah, I haven't quite seen the instance, but I read about it, and yeah, it made me chuckle.
Absolutely. So there's a couple of drivers that have opted to not come out. They're saving softs possibly for the race. I'll tell you what, they're braver than I am. Of course, they will have one set of tyres for free in this session. They will be given back at the end, so you might as well use them. And they're obviously choosing to do just the one run. The sun is now out. Ray Lyak's doing 2 laps on the bounce and sets a 1:38.4.
Yeah, I mean, I saw this also last night that the drivers are doing 2 push laps on the softs, which surprised me because the high tyre wear on the tyres. I was only expecting the guys to do 1 lap and then come back in and put a new set on. I don't know if you did 2 push laps last night, David.
Did I? I did, but only on the mediums, I believe. Which was probably not the smartest choice.
Yeah, I just find it interesting the guys are doing it, because the high tyre wear it is higher than normal on this track.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't expect to do 1 push up, come in and put another set on. But as you rightly mentioned, that if they're trying to save sets for the race, even so, I think trying to save a set for the race is a bit of a suicide, to be honest.
Yeah. Although they can come in handy. It's fair to say. I think I'm definitely a supporter of running the softs if you get the opportunity at the end. They last a bit longer than the start of the race. So if you qualify in the top 10 on softs, I believe the game says that you can do 6 laps, I believe, at the start of the race on those softs before coming in, which is definitely not good.
No, not at all. You are banking on early safety car at that point, which is obviously possible. It's a street circuit. Anything can happen. It'll be an interesting race, I think, especially first opening laps.
Yeah, crucial to any race, but more so here. You can't afford to lose touch with a group in front of you because of the way the slipstream works around here. We did see this man here go fastest of all. He put in a 1:38.3. That is AMS Drive looking to capitalise on the championship leader's misfortune earlier on. And he's taking full advantage as things stand. And then on a hot lap at the moment is Tornado. Interesting to say that AMS Drive has actually done 3 laps on those soft tyres. Perhaps he had a cool down lap in between, because I wouldn't have thought he'd been able to properly push for 3 laps. But it's a nice solid time.
Yeah, it is, and he just pretty much ripped what I was saying about the soft tyres and high tyre drag. I mean, he's getting them work, so he must have a really decent setup to keep the tyre wear down.
Yeah, Tornado pulls into the pits without setting a time. Obviously not too happy. He's going to have to go out rather quickly to get that lap in. Collateral on the other hand, is going, and I'm sure he will be doing 2 runs. There's 2 minute 40 left on the clock, so we're going to stay with Collateral as he's the only one on the fly right now. Really got to push the limits here, coming around this first sector. He comes now into turn 5 and 6. Tough, you've got to keep it really close to the wall through turn 5 to give you your best possible widest entrance into turn 6. Through turn 7 now into the very tricky castle section. Hits the apex very nicely. Coming up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners in quick succession there. And Ads looks to have done a good job. Now through this section of 13, 14 and 15. Just a gentle left-hander. You treat it as one corner coming into turn 16 and sector 3, which is effectively just a big old straight. Speaking of the toe earlier on, it looks like Ads is going to get a beautiful bit of slipstream from this man in front. That's Brookie Nanny Messi. Now Ads coming to the line. He goes P3 with a 38.6, and Brookie now starts his lap. Ads looks like he has pulled out. It was a good lap there from Collateral Ads. He a little bit slipstream assisted. I'm not sure if you saw that on TJ. That looks a little bit choreographed, if you ask me.
Yeah. Now we know that the gents do talk to each other, so maybe the teams decided they wanted to help each other out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a goal that regardless from Carl Lads. I'll be really happy about that. He has been qualifying really well. I've noticed in Tier 1. So hopefully you can pounce on the good qualifying and get some good points out of the race as well.
Yeah, worth saying as well, he is a pad user. So he's actually probably one of the faster pad users in the league, if not the fastest. I did notice briefly that Yorkie had left the session.
Yeah, I'm going back in now. My dash.
Checker flag has fallen, and the first couple of men to come across the line is Nocco, who is currently P4. Scratch that, currently P5. Revengezilla, who is down in P8. Very close, half a tenth in front of Monkey Boy. Brookie has improved to go P3. Awesome Car goes P6. That's a good effort from him. That's a 138.9. Definitely good show. But we'll drop to the guys towards the front. Ray Lyex looks like he's slower, but he has gone faster in Sector 3. It's a 138.339. Can this man here respond? He is 2 tenths up after Sector 2. He's now coming towards the line. Interestingly, hugging the right-hand side of the track. And he does indeed go fastest. It's a 138.2. And no one else improves, so that is a great lap. A bit of an exciting finish to Q3, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. It is going to be an interesting race. You've got some of the quick guys at the front, and we've got some of the quicker guys at the back as well.
Yeah, definitely. So the roundup for Q3. Tijum, do you want to go through them?
Yep, so in P10 we got Tornado, then Revengezilla, then Monkey Boy, then Awesome Car, Knocker we got Object Fungus in P5, Fat Lads in P4, Rookie Men in P3, Ray Likes in P2, and our pulsar is AMS Drive.
You timed that perfectly. I wish I aspire to be able to do that so well. I'd still be around P5, and then I'll be struggling to remember the top 4. Oh dear. We're just gonna take a quick ad break in between qualifying and the race, so we will be. Oh, for God's sake! At least we would do if my Chrome didn't close. And shocking. Bear with me. There will be an ad break in a second. Bear with me. Bear with me. Of course, you can avoid the ad if you choose by subbing. I've heard from a reliable source there is some sub emotes on their way. We've also got some. Well, have we got any other benefit? I don't know. Let's put it. Anyway, I'm going to run the ad. Let's run the ad. Alright, I'm running the ad. At least I think I'm running the ad. The loading circle's going round.
Yeah, I can't tell you. I'm subscribed, so I don't know if it's running.
Oh dear. I'm going to go... do I need to fill up on my drink? Not really. Got half my drink left.
Good going.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, the ad's running. Even though I'm subscribed, I can. It's the ads is running for me.
Yeah. Oh, the countdown started, as you can all see. For those
Great
of you
news.
who are subbed. Oh. The whole field is in a Haas sandwich. Yep. Very true. Apparently, the Awesome Car's got a few fans in the chat.
Always nice to see. It's always nice to see our viewers cheering the drivers on.
Yeah. We've still got 30 seconds left of the ad. Apparently, it was really delayed advert break. I have no idea what Twitch is playing at. We've got 20 seconds left. So, half the field in one breath. And then take a breath. And then the other person to the other half of the field as Tornado gets himself disqualified. Fantastic. But hey, completed the ad break. We are back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through the grid. Although it's a fairly long lap, I'm sure we can do it. I'm going to take the first 10. Actually, no, TJ can take the first 10 because he's just gone through the top 10.
Right, yeah, that's fine. So in P20 we got Dino, and P19 we got Chris D. P18 Smeggy 15. P17 our championship leader Ali Ferrari. P16 Shots Too Drippy, who managed to start P16. No, he had a quali ban. P15 TTV Glads. P14 Lewis Yorkie. P13 Hirsch 2004. P12 we got Klutschek, and P11 we got Phenom. I've just said that completely wrong, but I'm going for Phenom.
Phenom.
Phenom. There we go.
Yeah, expertly done. TJ, I have just sent Hirsch a invite back to the session. Hopefully he can get in before the start. So P10 we've got Tornado, who's been disqualified from the formation lap. Good job. P9 is the Ferrari of Revengezilla, as we see a couple more drivers further down getting DSQ'd. Fantastic. Monkey Boy P8, awesome car, and his fans in P7. P6 is the Merc of Nocco. P5 is Object Fungus in the McLaren. P4 Collateral adds 94 in the Aston Martin. Brookie Min or Brookie Nanny Messi. P3, and your front row today is this man, Ray Lyax, last week's winner, and AMS Drive in the Haas. So AMS Drive will be starting from P1 on the soft tyres. It will give him a better drive off the line, but they will die very quickly. I haven't seen Hirsch come back in.
Alice W. York in that as well, but it won't let me invite him.
Okay. Oh, the lights are going out. We're just going to sit with the start, and I'm going to get the guys in.
It's life out and away we go. So AMS Drive gets a good start here. Ray Lilacs tried to look up the outside, but they thought better of it. Yorkie is out.
Yorkie's AI has been binned into turn one.
Oh, no. Oh, I mean, we can only apologise about that one, Yorkie. Um, we did. I'd have dropped you a couple of invites, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Um,
The VSC is out.
yeah, so HSR Christie got game four place from the start. Ali Ferrari game three. Hirsch has lost three, but I imagine that's still his AI because I haven't seen him get back in the game yet.
It is saying AI, but it's saying AI as if he's paused. I'm just taking a look from Shots POV. Hirsch, can you? I don't. Did you get back in the lobby, Hirsch? Oh, this looks very laggy. Although it might be. I think it's a capture card. It's laggy.
Yeah, I think it's. I'm looking at the stream now. That's bad. Yeah. Um, guys, can we get a restart or not? Lobby is broken.
I'm. How broken is it though?
I mean, I suppose York didn't have a chance to actually
Yeah,
race.
I'll tell you what. Sod it. Let's call a restart.
Yeah, restart. If everyone's
Yeah.
listening in the lobby,
Yeah,
get the restart done, boys.
I'm just gonna message the Discord. Um, restart. Yeah, it'd be a little bit unfair. A little bit unfair for a couple of the drivers to not have. Someone needs to tell MS Drive because I don't think he's got the memo.
Gary, if we get some of the drivers leaving my term.
Yeah, might get someone looking. So I'll tell you what. Live on air, let's send a message to AMS Drive and Ray Lyax, shall we? Live on air. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it this way. New chat. Find someone. Ray Lyax. I think that's how you spell his name.
Yeah, that's it.
And Hash S 2004. What message, sir? Oh, I can't spell 2004 apparently, despite it being literally numbers.
Come on, boys. There's got to be drivers. There's got to be drivers that listening to the stream.
Let's just send them the simple restart, shall we? And quit to main menu. We're just going to go to... Actually, we're going to stay in this screen. Screw it, we'll stay in this screen with my beautiful emoji face. Oh, yeah, apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's all going off. Right, so tell you what, while we're waiting, let's do the B back soon. While we sort this out, ladies and gents, I'm just gonna put myself on pause. Pause, mute. I'm not gonna pause it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And my mic was muted. So you didn't hear me reintroduce the stream. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Oh, what a joke. So, we are loading in. Hopefully, he's set the weather to dry.
Yep. Nice shining sun.
Okay. So, everyone, do not forget to load your setups. We will be going ASAP. So, whew. Oh my god, Nigel Piggles in the chat. Can we just get a round of applause to the new reigning pit lane crash world champion, Nigel Piggle?
Yeah. Pickle fraud. You're well acquainted with the Baku pit lane.
Yes. And we're about to find out if Klutz has put the formation lap on. I didn't have a strong opinion either way. I don't think. Oh, he has. Yeah, so we're going to zoom around on this formation lap. Quick as you like, everyone. I know AMS Drive is going for it. Well, he's going for it a little bit. I think we've got 20 drivers back in, thank God. Dino is not starting from the back, interestingly. But that's fine because I'm sure that his penalties were due to the game's ghosting not working anyway. He starts further back than he would have done. Ali Ferrari is starting P18 for whatever reason. It's not. It's. I tell you what. Let's okay. Let's take inventory. Right. So I've now put the tyres that everyone is on for the start of the race. We will be checking that. You are the top 10 are starting on the same tyres they did first time round.
Does look like the top 10 are. I've been told that Phenom isn't, but he qualified P11. He gets his free tyre choice.
Yep, Phenom does get free tyre choice. I'm sure he quite possibly has forgotten to change his tyres because why would you want to start on the softs?
Yeah. But yeah, the top 10 look like they have. Yeah, so there's 4 soft tyres, the rest are mediums, and there's 4 soft tyres in the top 10, the rest of it. So yeah, the top 10 have started on the correct tyre choice.
Fantastic.
With everyone below that with their free tyre choice.
Thank you for checking that, Tej. Very sporting of everyone. Unfortunately, Klutschak's forgotten to put his setup on. This is. Yeah, it's not ideal because Klutschak, of course, he set up the lobby in a rush, and he's doing everything in a rush, and he ends up just forgetting to put his setup on and did not confirm it. Oh, I'm sorry, Klutz, but thank you for resetting up the whole lobby. It was an appreciated job. We've got 26 laps in the dry, thankfully. I think otherwise we'd have had to have run. Well, I don't know what we would have done. If it was wet, the race would not have finished until about 11 o'clock at night. But as it is, we're seeing the cars pull up, apart from Chris, who's lagging behind. Not quite sure why. It's fine because the cars. Oh my god, whose car is that? Smeggy's car was like parked in the middle. Anyway, off we go at the start, and AMS driver's got another good getaway. Ray Lyax under pressure from Brookie. Nanny Messi in P3. They're still side by side. Ray Lyax looks like he's come out on top. Thankfully, no retirements thus far.
Yeah, the driver's keeping it nice and clean. There is some close action around the back, around the middle of the pack.
They go side by side into turn 4. Yeah, that's good. Oh, here we go. You know what's coming. It's just a few more corners. Let's hope these drivers sort themselves out. Oh, well, it's been a relatively clean start, it looks like. Oh, as Dino's hit the wall. I don't know if he's got damage, but that will not help him. So, the first few going up Castle. Looks like they're all through. There's a yellow out. Oh, Dean.
Oh, Dino.
I'm not sure what's happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's not ideal for him, but it's a longer race for him now. I'm not sure if he's got front wing damage, has he? He doesn't look like he's got front wing at all, actually.
He's got a bit of turning issues, at the very least. AMS Drive is across the line to start his second lap. Ray Lyax has kept on the back of him, importantly. Now, of course, this...
Something's happened to Monkey.
He's gone on at turn 1 and he's lost his front wing.
Yeah, I think he might have got tagged and hit the wall.
Oh. And he's got to drive around the whole lap with...
Yeah, that's harsh.
Ugh. It's very hard to capture some of this in the midfield. What are you saying, Tijim?
I'm just trying to see if there's anyone that's got obvious front wing damage, but doesn't look like anyone is. So if they have tagged him, they've given himself visual damage we can't see visually, or they've got away with it. But that'll be Monkey World, and that'll be very disappointing for Dad. And yeah.
Alternatively, he could have put himself in the wall.
That's also a good.
We know he's done it before. Sasuke pit lane. Right. Coming towards the end of lap 2, AMS Drive. He's not quite broken the 1 second, and we will see that gap go down as Ray has the slipstream. Or not. Maybe AMS is running slightly lower wings. You see Ray Lyax's ERS already at 20% after 2 laps. That takes some
Oh, I
doing.
think we might have seen the guy that does he go front wing? Yep. So awesome cars coming for a front wing change.
Yeah.
So
Wonder where he got that damage.
um, I mean, Monkey Boys makes the pit lanes, but yeah, both drivers are miles behind the pack now. They'll be from some sort of safety car, but pretty close up and down the field currently.
Yeah.
Um,
For the most part, been very clean. We caught a glimpse of Revengezilla getting past Untitled Chapter, who hopefully is not running preset 3. 8 wings will be good for part of the lap, but that's not where it matters at this track. I'll tell you what, if he is on preset 3, he's not doing badly.
no, he's doing a fantastic job. I was thinking from on him, and he's definitely got the pace.
So this will be the first attempt from Ray Lyax. He's got the DRS, I think. He's got no ERS. He's got 6%, and he has the DRS. Is he closing in? Not really.
So while you were just talking about that, Resty has lost his front wing.
Oh, what has he done?
He hit the wall on that left hand turn at the back end of sector 2.
I'll let you know what corner it is. Turn 15.
Turn 15, he turns down. Yeah, so he hit the wall there, and he lost his front wing.
Oh, shocking. So Christie comes into the pits.
There's a fantastic battle going on in the field currently between Hirsch, Klutschek, Zilla, and TTV Glads. They're the training positions and racing pretty close through the corners.
Yeah, we'll jump with TTV at the moment. So Hirsch at the front of this train has the soft tyres, everyone else on the mediums. Yeah, he's tapped the wall on the exit of turn 15. I don't know if he's got damage, but he is currently hemorrhaging paces. It's one small mistake on the exit of... He does have front wing damage, I believe. Yeah, he made a mistake at turn 15 and is now paying for it. Ali Ferrari now up into P10. Yeah, so we're currently on a lap 5. Let's have a look at the big winners and losers off the start. Well, actually, the top 6 drivers are as they were. So no change between the top 6 drivers. And AMS Drive, interestingly, able to pull a little bit out. Smeggy has dropped it. It could very well be, and it's caused a safety car. Now, hopefully, his car is ghosted, so Awesome Car will be able to go through. Thankfully, it's not too much in the way anyway. It does disappear as Awesome Car comes past, so the safety car is out. Safety car is out. So, Yeah. And top 7 are pitting. Interesting indeed. That is a new front wing for Ray Lyax. AMS drive comes in. If Ray Lyax was doing that, keeping within a second half of AMS with a damaged front wing, that is more fair play to him. But he has a lost position to Brookie and Object Fungus. So interestingly, everyone seemed to pit. I was going to go through the winners and losers of the start. I think we can still do that while we're on the safety car. What better time to do it, personally, I think. So cursory glance, looks like Hirsch has had himself a good start. He is up 5 places. In front of him, Phenom is up 4. The guy with the most places gained is Ali Ferrari in P10. And the big loser, I think it's to say there's a couple of them. It's the Monkey Boy and probably Awesome Car. I think on a -9. Yeah. Oh, that means they can't hear you either. I'll tell you what, while we're on the safety car, I know how to fix this, I believe. But it does involve me restarting the stream. I think. So, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I've just noticed Sod Off Piggle is still at the bottom of the... Let's just make that a little bit bigger. We'll try and keep that all season. Okay, I'm just going to fix the game sound. Bear with me, ladies and gents.